Greetings everyone, and welcome to my little garden. Today we will be looking at Rosemon's design elements. Rosemon is one of the more popular mega-level Digimon of the franchise, and has charmed fans for many years with her forbidden temptation. She is one of the most beautiful Digimon according to her lore, and in this video, we will be examining the artistic choices that make up Rosemon's provocative design. Rosemon's most obvious design element is, well, the rose. Rose flowers have been around for millions of years according to fossil records. However, naturally occurring wild roses look quite different from the roses most of us are familiar with. These flowers are rather simple looking and are typically pink with around 5 petals. Garden roses, on the other hand, are multi-layered blossoms that come in a variety of rich, stunning colors. Humans have bred them for thousands of years, and these roses have captured the hearts of lovers for countless generations. The rose has since been known as the Queen of Flowers, and its symbolism and cultural impact cannot be understated. The garden rose's deep history of meanings and uses serve as the foundation of Rosemon's design. In ancient Greece and Rome, roses were often associated with gods and goddesses that ruled over beauty, love, and sex. Roses were often used as tributes to these gods, and garlands of roses were worn by couples during marriage ceremonies, or even just for engaging in erotic activities. But things started to change when ancient Rome was Christianized. Early Catholics started associating the rose with the Virgin Mary, and this eventually led to the creation of the rosary. The rose's cultural meaning suddenly took a completely new direction. What was once a flower that symbolized desires and eroticism is now intrinsically linked to a holy figure who represented purity and compassion. This dual nature of the rose is also brilliantly used in Rosemon's design. When looking at Rosemon's appearance, the red rose, which represents love and passion, heavily influences her design. Her outfit is provocative and skin-tight with subtle floral-shaped lines, and her long, black boots complete her bold look. She also sports a long cape that's green on the outside and white underneath. This kind of makes her look like a BDSM superhero. She freely controls the thorny vines that she wields like a whip on one hand and a sword on the other. Actually, the way she uses her vines in her fighting style is an excellent showcase of her dual nature. When using techniques like Thorn Whip and Ivy Hug, she whips her enemies into submission. Her powers can tame Berserk Digimon and enslaves them, body and soul. In this style, Rosemon acts like a dominatrix and is controlling and ruthless. The concept of a femme fatale using a whip to dominate and subdue is actually fairly common, especially in video games and anime, and Rosemon